much for joining me for Yarn Bite with Nora, where I spend a couple of minutes, 8 minutes, just to give you a little bite of what I've been up to as far as the yarn world. Crochet, knitting, weaving. Now, kids, I'm into weaving. I've already given away 3 of my first projects. Didn't even have time to shoot pictures because I wanted to give them away. I was so anxious. But why don't we start with some of the projects I've been working on and that are just finished. Now, I have talked a little bit about this beautiful pillow. It was a giveaway gift from Monsoon Calamity. I finally got the pillow form for it. So I did win the cover, and it's so pretty. If you can see, it's very goth. We have some skulls. That's a beautiful dark princess. I love it, and I wanted to share it again with the pillow form so you could get the full effect. Now, in time for Christmas, kids, just in time for Christmas, I've been working on this project all year long. So some of our projects aren't very quick, are they? But we don't give up. This is a full-size blanket that I made for my son. It's got a little bit of wool and a lot of acrylic. He lives in Wisconsin, so he's really going to get to use this. This is just your basic cable, and I've also seen it used as scarves. You know how those big scarves, those super scarves are in style? Well, once you have all your super scarves and you're tired of wrapping yourself around a mini blanket, what are you going to do with it? Turn it into a bigger blanket. This is the edge. The border is called Chutes and Ladders, and this is also a scarf, but I wanted a border on all 4 sides to kind of give it a woodland theme, kind of a woodland feel. So here we have the cables, the large squishy cables, and you know, it wasn't big enough. It wasn't big enough because my son likes to curl up on the couch with a big fat Afghan. So this one is the size of the bed, and I'll show it to you in a little while, the full size. And I did get the pattern for the ladder and chutes from Annie's Attic. And this you can, if you go to Lion, you can find a free pattern for that. And I just connected them all together and made a big old blanket. And I'm going to put it in a box, ship it off this afternoon, UPS, for my son in Wisconsin, and I'm sure it's very cold there. We actually had winter. We had 2 days of winter here in South Texas. It got down to the 40s, and we got to wear our wool socks and our hats, and some people brought out their jackets, and it's over. Poof, it's in the 80s today. But, you know, we got to enjoy it, our 2 days of winter, so that was kind of exciting. So why don't I show you the bedspread so you can kind of get the feel of it. One of the edges is also the cable. If you notice here, it's a regular cable, and actually it's just 2 ends that have the cables and chutes. Cables and chutes. We have cables along the side, ladders, cables and ladders, and right here in the middle we have the ladders, cable and chutes. It's kind of ladder and chutes. That's the game for kids. I wanted to show you some more souvenirs that I forgot to show you. This is when I went to the Sheep and Wool Festival in New York State. A beautiful mug. It has the sheep right there, the curly sheep. It's got a 3D effect. Oh, look at that. So chunky and earthy and pioneery. I just love it. And it also says sheepandwool.com 2016. Then I also got a really nice stainless steel mug with a handy dandy little holder here. And this also says in orange, New York State Sheep and Wool Festival 2016. So that's another fun souvenir. And then a girlfriend of mine, she said, bring me some. I said, what would you like me to bring you back from New York? She said, oh, something with Trump. So I got some breath mints. We shall overcome. Trump bad breath. Trump bad breath. We shall overcome. And what made it even more fitting, they were at the souvenir shop the week after that video was hit the air about him and his Tic Tacs. So I still need to give this to my friend. I took a little break to take the blanket to UPS for my son in Wisconsin. I checked the weather. It's pretty cold. It's below freezing right now. It's 28 degrees. By Wednesday, it's going to be 0, and it's just going to get colder and colder. There's a storm heading its way out there. So just in the nick of time, he can even wear it, I guess. He could wear it to work or keep it in his car for emergencies. What I'm going to show you next is my rigid heddle reed loom. So I got an early Christmas present to myself. It's funny that my husband just asked me today, hey babe, what do you want for Christmas? I said, oh, I already got my present, thank you. So I think we're going to get ourselves a waffle iron, because he also got a few things for himself for early Christmas presents. One was a grill, a new grill, and then a car. It was used, but still it was a hefty little price tag. So we done Christmas early. So I think we're going to get a waffle iron. But let me show you my double heddle loom. And these come in different sizes to accommodate the different size yarns, depending on the look you want. And this is a little bit of fabric that I made. It's a remnant of a baby blanket. So you can see I have a lot of the fringe. This is a lot of just leftover waste. You use it to tie to the braces. But if you can see, it's light. It's so nice. This is cotton because it's so warm up here. It's cotton and acrylic, so it is machine washable. And it made a really pretty blanket. I have a 16-inch wide loom, so I had to put 2 panels together, and I just sewed them along the edge the way you would an Afghan panels that you knitted or crocheted. So I'm kind of excited about this project. I have made 2 scarves, and then this baby blanket, and my edges aren't that pretty, still working. You're supposed to get satiny, smooth as a razor kind of edges. Haven't accomplished that, but you know, I think it's a good thing to always learn something new. Keeps you humble. It keeps you very humble. You understand how kids feel when they're learning how to tie their shoelaces, or an adult is learning a new language and you struggle and you think, well, it's so easy. You know, even a baby can speak English. But whenever we learn something new, there's always a learning curve, a little bit of a struggle. And that's my goal. My goal is to learn a new skill every year. For the rest of December, I won't be doing any knitting. That's something I decided January, that I wasn't going to overtire my hands. I wasn't going to overtire my hands, and I didn't get to do any baking, so I'm going to do some baking. I am doing some crocheting. I'll show you a really pretty pattern that a panel that I'm working. I may not be doing any knitting, but I am crocheting. I'm finishing up my snowflake Afghan, and I was concerned that the holes were really big on my snowflakes, so I'm making panels to back them. And that way it'll be warm as well as beautiful. And I got this idea from a kit I saw in Annie's Attic, also called Annie'sCatalog.com. And there were these beautiful trivets, and they had lacy centers, and then you would stitch it onto a solid backing. I thought, well, I can do that. But if I had done an entire solid backing, it would have been too thick, because this is a really nice, dense stitch. I believe it's a double back post, so it makes a very, very nice thick fabric. So I'm very pleased with the way this is turning out. I'm not necessarily going to have it done by the end of Christmas or by Christmas, but that's okay. And this was also a long-term project I started in January. So it's 2 weeks before Christmas. I got to get some baking done tonight. I got the blanket on its way, so I'm feeling good. I hope everybody don't overdo it. Have some fun. You know, listen to Christmas music. Just enjoy the season. It goes by. I can't believe it's already 2 weeks. Oh my goodness. You know, thank you for taking time to listen to me, and I appreciate all the new friends I've made online. You guys are awesome. We're an awesome community. Fiber Arts, you guys are great. You're creative, you're loving, you're generous. You know what? If I don't hear from you before Christmas, have a very, very Merry Christmas, and keep warm. Stay warm. Bye-bye.